We are live.
Hello.
Hey, everybody. We're going to start with a candle lighting ceremony to protect our elections. If y'all want to grab candles, we're going to gibby gab for a second. Artie is here. He heard us go live.
Oh, my little Artemis, my boyfriend.
Your little minutes.
The one I'm in a one-way relationship with that thinks I'm stuck in a box.
His nickname is, his full name is Artemis, but I call him Artemis a lot of times.
little menace.
Because he's a mess. Yes, you are. Let's just let the room count come up. Oh, we're up to 287. Notification must have gone out. 318. All right, rising rapidly.
My StreamYard chat don't work.
My heat's kicking on a lot, so everybody's going to hear my blower. Okay, everybody got their candles ready while everybody's coming into the room?
I do.
Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Ariel, we surrender to your mercy, compassion, and healing. We thank you for protecting our election here in the U.S., November 3rd, 2020. We thank you for protecting from hackers, from meddling, from voter suppression. We thank you for bringing to light anyone who does anything of wrongdoing so that they may be caught and punished. We thank you for protecting our votes. And I'm going to set this in the window because, as you can see, Artie is right here.
Thank you, Jen. Jenny. Thank you for that prayer.
A little protection goes a long ways.
Mm-hmm.
And a little Artie goes a long ways too. Oh my gosh. A big lug. Hey, off the table.
Eyeballing it like, Mama.
So election night, we're going live at 6 p.m. Eastern time. So it's 5 p.m. Central. Y'all do the math for all the other time zones. We're going to allow super chats, but we're going to donate the money from the super chats on election night to a charity for Feeding America, because Trump is obviously not helping people that are unemployed and laid off and need some help. So donations on election night will go fully to a charity. I'm still researching because I want it to go to a charity where the bulk of the money goes towards the food, not to the administration costs and marketing and all that stuff. So, if you guys have any recommendations, don't put it in the live chat, put it in the comments after the video posts later, after we're done, so that I can read through that and research some of the charity orgs. But I want it to be for something here in America because we don't have help coming from our government for people that are going hungry. There's charities for feeding children. There's charities for feeding anybody of any age. So I'll research and find out which ones we get the most bang for our buck. Hey, Ona.
Hi, Ona.
Ona's doing another ovomancy on Biden this time.
I love the ovomancies. They're super cool.
I seen the one today.
Thank you, Holly. So Don Jr. wants to run for president in 2024.
He's flirting with the idea.
Well, we're waiting on people to come in the room. Let's start there. We'll start funny and end funny.
So what's the question, Jenny? Don Jr. wants to run in 2024.
Yeah, is he going to be running from his prison cell? Or how's that going to go for Don Jr. running for president in 2024?
Let's see. Last name Trump, first name bad idea. So we remember you. Like in 4 years, they all went around with the Men in Black flashy forget your memories thing, and now we don't know who he is. What a maroon.
Oh my goodness. All his hidden secrets and hidden agendas on the bottom. Where do you get them, Johnie?
So it starts, I'm doing reversals here. It starts with defending and then the family with the 10 of cups. You have the last name. So unless you're going to change your face, your name, your fingerprints, your social security number, your hair color, your eye color, your shoe size, just forget about it, buddy.
And your cocaine habit. Thank you, Tiwa.
It's the Trump card is upside down. The world card is upside down. It's just no.
Just say no. What are you getting, Becca?
I'm getting a no. I'm getting he's going to have to be very, 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 very patient for something that he's desiring, but the ballots just aren't there. They're dead, kaput.
So he could run in 3034, maybe.
Well,
Yeah.
I start with the anxiety and the law over here will be in the past to him by 2024 because he's going on a little journey and there's going to be action taken against him. His challenge will be he can't get steady money, but he also was the emissary for the current Trump. He's going to be strung up by his heels. He gets an offer. He is delusional. He will be out in the cold. This will end. He will have to walk away from this. There is no good outcome. It's like all the negative blah, 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 blah. Thank you, Rose. So, Don Jr., he'd be in a little jail cell, and I always see him in a burgundy jumpsuit, which means high security, national security risk.
So he can go run for president from his prison cell if he wants.
Can run for cell block president. Leader of this cell block.
Can't you see? Can't you see the Lincoln Project ads for that?
That's gonna be hilarious.
All right, let's start with Mitch McConnell and the dead hand. I mean, it looks like Voldemort. It wasn't just bruised like he had an IV. It was black.
It looked like
Voldemort going.
You know how like when people that have diabetes stub something, usually their foot, because of the bad circulation and the diabetes, and it turns black like that, where it looks like they're ready to amputate that. It was nasty. It was nasty.
Thank you, Suzanne. So I'm going to start with general health on him. What's up with him? And his face was bashed like he'd face planted, and
I wonder what his legs look like.
Something on the side of his head. So Becca, is Elaine Chao beating him up? Because this would be the third time if he fell that he's fallen, because he fell back in the early spring. Then he fell at that campaign thing where Elaine just watched him and looked at him. Get your turtle paws up off that floor. What's going on with the turtle paw?
She did not care, not 1 ounce.
He's sitting there looking at him like, "What are you doing down there, you stupid fool?"
And he's got like yellow around his eye, like he's getting jaundiced around his eyes. And oh no, you should do a ovomancy on Mitch McConnell.
Oh yeah.
See if the egg turns black.
Some necromancy because he looked dead.
He's probably been dead for 10 years and we're just now finding out. He's rotting from the inside out. Purely for entertainment purposes, only YouTube.
Good Lord.
Hey, Lori. Lori read for a friend of mine today. She loved her reading.
Hi, Lori.
Is he rotting from the inside out? What's going on with him? Has he got gangrene?
Let's see, where's the tree? And I just read on his health like a little bit ago. 1, 2.
Wow, this guy is not in good shape.
And his wife keeps showing up. I'm telling y'all, she pushed his ass. I know it sounds
She's showing up here. If I start getting the bully card, I'm going to laugh. It's pretty funny. Right in the middle of this, I get the emperor, the empress, and justice. I mean, we know, he's a polio survivor.
Well, didn't you say he failed 3 times this year?
He fell because we read on it the first time he fell because he had that boot on his foot for a while.
Mhm.
And I was getting, he fell on his patio. I was getting that he drank too much and fell. And then he fell on the stage. We read on that a couple of weeks ago when Elaine just sat and looked at him. And then if he fell this time, it would be a 3rd time. It's interesting. I'm not getting my falling card.
I'm not getting one either. I'm getting a woman though. I'm telling y'all, Elaine done pushed his ass.
Thank you, Peggy. And thank you, Suzanne, if I didn't thank you already.
I got a problem with his blood, so therefore I get the diabetes card. So he may have that too, but he's having a complication with that. That's number 1. Number 2, he is having a circulation issue, definitely from the lower body to the top type of thing. It may be even a clot going up. He is having a, no, that's not the right one, a skin issue as well. It's showing up on the skin, but it's starting on the inside. He's having a filtering organ problem too. So either liver, kidney, something of that nature that's supposed to filter. So I get complications with diabetes. There is a blood flow problem from the lower half of his body to the top half of his body, and that other thing I just said.
Yeah,
and it doesn't end well. This is my card for tickets to the park, so he's in a bad shape right now.
He is. He's it is definitely circulatory and heart connected. He's got a blockage. He's got stomach problems. He's got intestinal problems. He's got bad spine or a bad shell, I guess, for a turtle, right? He's got a bad back. He is lying about it and going to make it sound like everything is fine, but it is not. He has neuropathy in his hands and feet, so he may have blockages to his pulse even going through his hands and feet. He's on blood thinners, it seems, so that could be part of the problem. I get whatever it is genetic. But yeah, totally bad heart, and yeah, this isn't going to end well. What are you getting, Becca?
So I had to pull out the book just to double check. So this is what I'm getting. He's not showing up here. She is a woman. Letter has to do with your hands. Book is your brain or something that you're trying to conceal. The house has to do with your frame, your body. The woman here. There's a tree, which was my focus card for the reading to look at his health. The stars is something that's metastasizing, and also the skin. Here with the ship, that has to do with anything that has to do with movement. So vertigo, dizziness, the runs. Okay. This is a blockage and in the head, and then something here that comes to light here. So I don't know why I keep picking up a woman and not him. Every time I've asked about his health, I get this woman. I don't have the falling down card. I don't have the accident card. I don't have the whip to see that she's abusing him, but I see his hands, his brain, a blockage, vertigo.
And vertigo would kind of imply that he might have got dizzy and fallen, but
and this also has to do with the flow of things. So like arteries and veins that's blocked here with the chip. So
let's ask.
That's why you keep saying this woman. Who's the woman?
it would be his wife is the most significant person in his life. I'm gonna set this one out and see what y'all get. Well, actually, I'm gonna ask the sister to ask because I'm just curious.
I'm gonna ask, did he fall? Point blank, did he fall?
And if he's got, last time I read on him, I got the heart and the crossroads.
And if he fell, he must have taken off his turtle shell and maybe he was tucking his shirt in like Giuliani.
Get my shirt in. Okay.
Let me just readjust myself while I'm tucking my shirt in.
That's what we call it now. Oh Lord, that's not funny. I don't get he fell, but if he fell, he fell assisted. Because I do get a woman here with the worry with the 9 of swords, but there's the collaboration card. So if he fails, somebody helped him fall. Oh, and ain't that special? Oh Lord. Oh Jesus.
What? Let me see the card, Johnny.
Reading this woman here, she's holding somebody's dead hand. Like,
oh.
Bring that in closer, Johnny. That looks
there's a
like
woman here and she's holding a dead hand.
Oh, holy hell.
And there's a guy back there.
That's
Without
the guy
a hand.
that's missing.
Without a hand.
And she's holding it.
Deck chooses the reading. I can't. That is something else.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Jesus Christian.
I asked if she pushed him. I'm getting a no, but I'm also getting that she's a false friend that causes him problems.
I don't even know what else I was doing.
That was too funny, Johnny.
Oh my gosh.
Jesus.
Well, I get there was like a family gathering. He had an inspiration and impulse, like to get up and do something. Now he is going to lie about how this happened. I do have his wife was over here, and I have an argument was going on with her. So there was a fight going on. I don't have the bully card or tower card like he fell though. I get there was a heart thing. So what I feel like is he probably stood up, got dizzy, and went down.
I have a question, if I may.
He might have been drinking again.
And the ship talks about drinking too.
Yep, drinking.
John, in that card where the lady was holding up the hand from the guy inside the cage, are those rune signs underneath?
I don't know what they are. They look like leaves, but this deck is filled with that symbol though, whatever it is. It'll focus.
Let me see if it'll focus.
Focus camera. Well, anyway, it's filled with that type of thing. Let me see if I can find it again though. And there's a bigger one that's on the pentacle.
Oh, okay. So maybe that's what was in those little things that were hanging from the cage.
Yeah.
Reaching for his money and fell off the ladder. Wow, that deck is something else.
I know.
And I haven't used it in a while. I'm just like, okay, we'll see.
That will now be the Mitch McConnell deck.
Well,
It's
kind
kind
of like that one reading that Johnie was doing. Is it the same symbol?
that
No,
looks a little different. They look like little leaves.
they do, but for some reason I kind of think they look like runes, but I could be totally wrong.
Well, like he's got the deck that actually has a turtle in it, which was quite funny.
I don't know what those are.
Huh.
Wow.
They
Okay,
represent the pentacles in this deck, though.
So, Giuliani, is he tucking his shirt in?
He's so nasty. Dear God. Was Giuliani tucking in his shirt? Was Giuliani really tucking in his shirt?
His story has changed about 5 times. He had equipment on and his shirt came untucked in the back. So that's why he's reaching down the front and grabbing himself. Pull that shirt from the back around and up.
Because that's how you tuck in the back of your shirt. Is through
You got to reach through your legs and pull it up from up your crack in the back.
Oh, Lord.
Sorry, guys.
Somebody obviously dresses him because he doesn't know how it works then.
I forgot we have an audience.
Oh,
I'll clean it up.
but why would you do that right
He's
there?
wearing a onesie.
Oh, gosh.
Giuliani. If y'all don't know what we're talking about, the Borat movie, there's still shots of it all over Twitter. Rinse out your eyes, rinse out your head, rinse out your ears.
What was he really doing with his shirt?
I've never seen a man lay on a bed flat on his back to tuck a shirt in.
No.
Ooh, I do think he's got the illness on him right now. Besides the mental one that he has. He's got the crown bug.
I'm picking that up too.
Yeah, he's been hacking and coughing all over Fox News. So
If only we can get him in the same room with Laura Ingraham. I know that sounds horrible, but
what was he doing, Miss Becca?
I'm getting that he might have been persistently drinking and partying and having too much fun, and he's lying about tucking in his shirt. I'm getting he might have been a little bit tipsy there.
He might have tucked in his shirt later after he got dressed again. What'd you get, Johnie?
Yeah, I didn't get an answer to that at all. There's talk about something completely different. It's whatever it is, though. I can attribute these cards to it. He's been in this position before. This is not a occurrence that was new.
He's been flat on the bed with what he thought was an underage lady.
With somebody that wasn't someone he was married to, but what I keep picking up is he's fighting over lost finances and lost opportunities and something he's not working for that he is owed because of something he did for somebody else. So he's want repayment for a favor, and if that's talking about this situation, then I don't know what that means either. But
yeah, I get this is my crown bug card right on him right now. Watch and wait. He's waiting on test results, I feel like. But he went there, to collaborate, and he had some loving on his mind. That's what he had on his mind. Good news to him, and He was feeling all emotional and inspired and trying to put on his romantic best face forward. And then all of a sudden, he lost his balance in this chaotic environment because it very quickly he was getting bullied. So sort of truth came welded by a woman on him. He may end up having some court cases here soon, but I'm picking up he's got the crown bug. So, sealed indictments. We've read on these before. Will they come out while Trump is still in office? And then I have a part 2. Who are they for? We have what is it? 8 or 14? I can't remember now.
I think there was 14.
That's crazy. It's got to be that many even. Oh, God. He knows the best people.
I remember, I'm just now thinking of that list you sent the other day on email. 89 people. 89 people. Meanwhile, Obama, 0.
Tan suit.
Yeah, draining the swamp, and apparently the swamp monster Mitch McConnell doesn't like daylight.
The draining the swamp sign in a parking lot of a little convenience store down the street. Trump 2020 draining the swamp. He drained it because you drank all the water, because you got to be crazy.
Sealed indictments. They coming out while Trump's still in office.
I got the tower, the cloud, and the tree. There's problems here with the courts. Court problems, confusions, gaslighting, something that's happening in the shadow, and there's growth here. Stability, something that takes a long time. Whatever was blocked and delayed, ding dong. We have a Valentine's Day card for you. I would say around maybe, because this is saying winter, but this is more like February. So I don't know if it comes out while he's still in office. It's almost like right after he's out is when happy, joy,
Yeah.
So
That's what I'm getting too. What are you getting, Johnny?
I get no. I get the Knight of Wands, 8 of Cups. Once someone moves on completely with the Knight of Wands and the 8 of Cups, the Fool, 7 of Wands, then the defending starts, and then the 9 of Wands, the uphill battle, and so forth, so forth. I get that it comes out after.
I do too. I've got the White House on the bottom here. I get the investigators, are still planning when to do this, when to bring the sword of truth out. There's a delay until after the transition, and then knock, indictment.
mm-hmm.
Got a little burden for you. What would you like me to do with it? Gonna throw some people off balance. So who are these indictments for?
Cups.
I don't think they dare bring him out before he's out of office.
No, too many interference and too many bars left in the world.
Well, I got justice on the bottom. That's what I like to see. Who are these indictments for?
Cool.
People that don't want them. Yeah, normally I get all kinds of people cards. I'm not getting my people cards.
I'm getting people cards. I'm just having, because there's probably so many of them.
Was I was shuffling and the 3 of cups fell out. So I just pulled 3 different low spreads just, to see if I can get descriptions of 3 different people. And I got one person here, Knight of Cups, Ace of Cups, Page of Swords, 9 of Cups. This person was a new person to the campaign, and they were meant to work on some sort of, I guess, slush fund, you can really call it, but maybe it was inauguration fund or something of that nature, or they were tied into it somehow. Either they were the legal part of it or they were the person who just did the fundraising. I don't know, but they were tied initially to the initial campaign, with the Page of Swords being the inside man and the 9 of Cups just to get the money. It wasn't because, they had, D-list celebrities in a tractor pull. You shouldn't have raised twice as much money as Obama, who had, Beyonce, for God's sakes.
Yeah.
And then the second person was someone separated from the government who is heavily burdened by questioning and things of that nature. So this might be like somebody like a Gates. I don't know exactly who, but somebody who is going to be heavily questioned, who was once in the administration. Here with the Hierophant card, they were in the administration, and then they were separated from it. Either separated or no, they were separated from it with the 3 of Swords. Thank you, Catherine. And there's 3 of Wands, 5 of Swords, 9 of Swords, 7 of Swords. This is a person who goes back and forth with the 3 of Wands. They were supposed to be going to steal information for a plan of attack. So this might be a Giuliani or somebody like that. Because I get the Knight of Swords, 5 of Swords, that bully, the attack card, and then I get the 7 of Swords, which is the thief and the Giuliani-like person. So I get one person involved with inauguration, one person separated from government, and one person who goes back and forth overseas to steal information, or to get information for nefarious purposes.
Yeah. What are you getting, Becca?
So I did the same thing that Johnie did. I went in with the intention of pulling 3 different little spreads. So on the first one, I'm getting that whatever they buried and shut down, it gets resurrected here and it sticks. Because here's you have someone that's coming to visit or news of success, that closes. A news of successful closure. Here it resurrects with the storks and then it sticks. This way, it looks like this spread here looks like it has something to do around the tower. That could be Trump org, Trump Towers. This could actually be something that happened at Trump Tower. With the scythe and the whip, there's 2 men right here next to each other. The scythe is the King of Diamonds or the Jack of Diamonds. Scythe is the Jack of Spades. This could also be in regards to an organization or an institution that deals with weapons here. Okay, so we could be looking at NRA. We could be looking at Jared and Junior here for something that happened in the meeting where they had records that are false. Here, they lied on the record. The snake is the Queen of Clubs as well. So we could be looking at, what was that lady's name that they met with at the tower? Veselnitskaya. Also something around the NRA, if this is in regards to an institution that has to deal with weapons, they have records that are false here. And then I asked for clarity on this one, and it's showing a successful woman that was looking for a contract or a promise here. So as in regards, I got, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people, but there's like 14 indictments. So I I'm picking up NRA, Trump Towers, Trump.org, the kids. Something to do here with pregnancies or perhaps adoptions, because we have the storks. This would be pregnancies, securing pregnancies, securing adoptions here.
Isn't there 14 Russians he wanted to indict, or he wanted to charge with something?
Yeah, those aren't sealed anymore, though. Those are known. I mean, those Russians will never come here to get go through the court system, but those we know about. Well, I get somebody who had agreements with big money. So whether it's the NRA or corporations, somebody who was in bed with big money. There's a younger person who was involved in a sudden ending to someone. So although Khashoggi happened after this administration started and the indictment is not over that, it's someone who was involved in that. That's what I'm getting. Thank you, Anna. There's a lot of anxiety going around here because their challenge is to feel secure, and they're not. There's 3 people who betrayed or committed treason that collaborated with others overseas. There's someone who has walked away and did not finish their job, so they did not serve the full 4 years. There's somebody that didn't complete their term that got forced out. And there's a female, and this is not Ivanka. I don't feel Ivanka's energy on it. So I don't know if that's Melania or if that's like a Hope Hicks or even a Kellyanne Conway.
Mm-hmm.
So I was getting kind of descriptors. So Ratcliffe claimed in his little briefing the other night, and Christopher Wray, I think Christopher Wray is trying to protect his own job. Like he wouldn't diss what Ratcliffe said, but he also did not agree with him. Like he didn't say the exact same thing. So Ratcliffe says that Iran was hacking Iran and Russia. Christopher Wray was saying Iran and Russia, but Ratcliffe was saying Iran was doing emails to people threatening them to hurt Trump, which is bull malarkey because it was to hurt Biden. And the emails look like they came from the Proud Boys, purely for entertainment purposes. Only YouTube, we'll call them the PBs. How's that? So who's behind the emails? Who's ultimately behind the emails?
That just seems like a bunch of malarkey to me. You're sending out emails threatening people to vote for Trump, or you're going to physically hurt them. How is that supposed to be hurting Trump?
Yeah. Because they were threatening people that did not vote for Trump. Like, we know where you live. Blah, blah,
The
blah.
only way, Gemini brain trying to make sense of things, the only way you can angle that to where it hurts Trump is if you were to say either you vote for Trump or will hurt you, and that's supposed to make it look like Trump is sending people after you, and thus trying to swing the election. But I said this before, don't be afraid of them people. They're not brave. They ain't fighting ISIS. They're walking around a free country with guns bigger than them. So
how many, thank you, Sunflower. How many people are using the word malarkey a lot more since Biden is running?
it's got to be the word for the next 4 years.
Yeah.
Just so you know, he's trying not to curse. So. Because people lose their whole religion when they hear him say a swear word.
Welcome to my channel, then.
It's not a word that I've used often in my life, but I'm finding I'm using malarkey a lot more right now. It's a good word.
It kind of sounds like a fish to me, malarkey. Sounds like a fish.
Malarkey with a little tartar sauce on the side. If it's malarkey, it's a smelly fish.
You can, I mean, it's not Trump, but
they're lying about it.
yeah, you can call it Iran, but I won't say Iran. It's something within Iran or something within something. It's a company, corporation, big business, big something with the 10 of Pentacles and the 9 of Pentacles. There's a single person at the head of this that's got a lot of money, a lot of influence, a lot of this and a lot of that. This is big money. This big money person is in a big money company, kind of like, just for example, like a Mercer in a Cambridge Analytica or something like that. Not them. Don't go running everywhere and saying I said that. No, it's just something to give you something to grasp to. It's a rich person and then a company with a lot of money that they are at the head of. It is somewhere. I don't know if it's just a troll farm overseas or whatever it is overseas, but the big work is being done over there with the 10 of Wands and the 6 of Swords. And then the Ace of Swords is meant for disinformation because I got the 2 of Swords right next to it. So it is something, some big conglomerate, somebody with more time than sense. But again, don't let this deter you. Don't let this bog you down. It's just a bully trying to be a bully, but you'll be fine.
What are you getting, Becca?
Go ahead, Jenny, because I'm trying to figure this out real quick.
There's definitely big money behind this. There's a foreign leader behind this that had the inspiration and communicated it to someone. This was paid for, and they're lying about where it's coming from. But there's a collaboration with the foreign leader. So there are Republicans collaborating with a foreign leader. I'm going to say it's Russia. Even though I don't have my Mother Russia card here. There's a quid pro quo going on over this. And that's another reason I think it's probably Russia to manipulate things, to traumatize and terrorize everybody over the elections. But definitely someone from overseas is involved with Republicans.
I wanted to say Saudi Arabia. That's just what popped in my head.
That's what I'm getting. That's what I'm getting is Saudis. Because look here. Improvements and changes, chronic here from that foreign is a lie. Here's repeated a pattern of lying. This would be Saudi Arabia royalty here. Okay, they're lying about Iran. It's not where it's coming from because it's followed by a lie here. They're abusing them and making them the target. So I asked why, because they want to manipulate something and put the heat on them there. They're looking to like manipulate what's coming out to put it because they want the energy there. I don't know if this is because I can't tell from this spread if they're pointing the finger at Iran to give Saudi Arabia cover and to also, when stuff goes sideways, target Iran and, hey, look, squirrel, we're going to war with Iran. See what I'm saying? Because it's all manufactured here.
Yeah.
We're safeguarding and protecting a friend here.
They're definitely, I think, manipulating for to point the finger at Iran because they keep talking about Iran and China, and we know Saudis and Russia are probably much more.
And those are the only 2 countries they did mention that we hear about all the time.
Well, China showed up in mine with the dog. That means chin in French, but it's almost like they're pointing at Iran for the Saudis. And I don't know what the relations are between Iran and the Saudis, but it's like they have energy there that they want. But I don't know if I see war. See what I'm saying?
When I picked this, that's what I heard. Saudi Arabia and MBS and all that, because it's a very, very wealthy person that's part of something bigger. But they have an obscene amount of money too. And I think it's him. And them, not Iran. But if you can get Iran with a unstable leader and the U.S. with an unstable leader, then maybe they'll unstable leader together, kind of like North Korea. and then they'll start something that nobody needs to finish, type of deal.
They've all wanted to go in and take Iran out, so they can get at their oil and stuff.
Bush tried.
Yeah. So Jared and Ivanka are suing the Lincoln Project.
They're angry because Times Square has some ads with their name and face on it, and they're not in the greatest of light. So they want to sue the Lincoln Project.
I mean, they should be suing over some of the commercials I've seen on YouTube because they're painted as the demon spawn pretty well. So how's their lawsuit going to go?
See, here's the thing. What are you going to sue for? Defamation? Slander? You have to prove
I wish they would, Johnie, because that leads to discovery, and we'll see all sorts of stuff. Those two idiots. Please continue on with your lawsuit.
Yes.
Thank you, Jason.
You have to prove how what I said costs you reputation or money. So if you're going to sue me for slander and libel, then let's go.
Mm-hmm.
You really want to go to court? Let's go to court. You got more to hide than I do.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of,
I know you see the ads though.
Artie's being very quiet tonight. Makes me nervous. It's like the child in the other room that's being too quiet. What's he doing?
Coloring on the wall.
How's the lawsuit going?
It's going to go exactly where you think it goes, nowhere. I get Justice first card, and then 4 of Cups, which is unsatisfactory results. The Knight of Pentacles and the 8 of Swords. This is just something you're going to have to deal with. This is money tied up into something that's bigger than you. These are also Republicans, mind you, that are sort of leading the charge with this project. It also has a 3 of Swords. You can spend something is going to cost them money. I don't know exactly what it is. Maybe this is the problem in the whole thing. Something is blocking money from them with the 2 of Swords and the 8 of Pentacles. And so maybe that's why now all of a sudden they have this renewed interest in getting them to stop doing this. It's not going to happen. They're going to make more ads until y'all get out of office, and then probably even after that. But
yeah, I get they're looking for a big payout. The problem is they're corrupt. That's the challenge. They're corrupt. And they're erratic here. They are going to lose this lawsuit. There's going to be more moneyed news coming out that they're going to lie about. I'm getting the jail and burden card coming up here, and maybe getting an offer for something they don't want. There's going to be some more illumination on the Ivankas. There's something they did overseas that's getting ready to break.
I'm getting that it's the result of this lawsuit. It's going to shine a light and illuminate the family or what they were doing there in the administration, and they were persistent about it here. Is going to cause them problems. It's going to reveal a bunch of lying and betrayals, a lot of arguing and fighting while they were aides, and corruption and stealing here. There's a loss. There's going to be repetitive losses here. They're not going to win. So by all means, Haas, have at it, because discovery, let's see what you guys were doing. Please. They're not, and Ivanka was supposed to be the smart one.
Well, that's relative. Like they say, it's like being the nicest guy in prison. You're the smartest one of the Trumps.
And that's not saying a lot. So Amy COVID Barrett, her name is eternally Amy COVID Barrett since the Rose Garden massacre. I know it's Coney. We kind of get different cards. Like I get horrible cards on her all the time, but they're voting tomorrow. Supposedly, they didn't follow the rules. They did not have a quorum to put this through. So, is she going to the Supreme Court? And then we'll look at, is she going to get pulled from it because they didn't follow the rules?
Another judge that Mitch McConnell ran through. So that's 2 judges, but
He's ramming so much with his hand, it's turning black.
That's that Grim Reaper coming out.
He looks like he left it on the grill too long. It's blackened like a fish.
It's Cajun. Kentucky Cajun. Kentucky Fried Mitch McConnell.
I lost my question. What were we reading?
Was she getting in tomorrow?
Is Amy getting in tomorrow?
mm-hmm. And then is she going to stay?
I get celebration over justice, so it looks like a yes. But I do get the moon and the ace of swords for whatever reason. It's like there's a yes, but it's like yes, but type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what the but part is, the asterisk, if you will. I don't, because I get 6 of swords and 8 of cups, like there's some sort of moving on or transition that also happens. And I don't know if she's replaced with some man or not here with the Queen of Cups and then the King of Pentacles, but she gets in, at least initially. I guess we'll see what happens after that.
I swear, I always get horrible cards on her. I've got Judgment, and the Emperor would be McConnell pushing it through, trying to push it forward, trying to hang on to her as a nomination. The challenge is something from overseas with her. I get a delay. I get maybe having to walk away, having to wait, and then an ending. What are you getting, Becca?
So I'm asking all sorts of questions here. I asked 3. I asked, does she get in? I got the letter, the garden, the bouquet, or the lilies. This would be, I'm going to read this as a yes because the news, the records, or whatever have been given to the committee. They're a very conservative party here. This is also the King of Spades, so I'm going to assume this is McConnell. If I look at the playing card insert, I can read this as a person. Yes, I asked, will she stay as a lifetime appointment? That's a no. I asked why. There's a man here. I got the man, the child, the fish, ring, and mice. A man that may have made a payment for a child. There's a business contract. There's a business contract, a contract for abundance, a contract for independence, an independent contractor maybe, and there's thievery and loss here. So something's being eaten away, and it has to do around this agreement for independence that's coming from this man, and quite possibly for a child, because this would be a man that has a child here. So
my rational mind says she's going to get on it, but then I just get horrible cards on her. So she's not going to stay. So will she get impeached, or is she going out of her own free will? Will she get impeached off?
Are they rushing the vote? Would that be accurate to say?
Oh yeah, they've broken all sorts of rules. But
they didn't have a quorum in the Judiciary Committee.
So when
I'm pulling the runes on it as well, and I get the non-fits. This is desperation in rushing and emergency, things like that. And then it's the gift, and then the woman. So they're trying to rush her confirmation through. As you said, I do get there is a man, and Rodrigo is kind of like the writer in Lenormand, to where the stuff goes back and forth, or messages. And then wine. There's a man here. Thursos is a man. What is this?
It's something spreading with dark money around her.
It's an awakening.
What is that other one, Johnny?
Awakening, kind of like the tower, is a revelation. Something is illuminated.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a man, so it's either a investigator, or because this is like this would be more the tower, because this is like the lightning card. So this is, put these two together, you got a revelation. Somebody shed some light on something.
There's a man of authority that knows something about the dark money that's spreading through the court nominations here that causes a fight. But there's also some confusion around her about some offer that she has accepted, that she has lied about, that will bring her ending, and she'll get transitioned out. The end, done, completion.
I asked if she would be impeached. I got the ring, the crossroads, the clover here. There's a hope and a little bit of a chance, because she's made a promise to vote certain ways here. A promise for a vote. Or promise to vote. Promises that are being made in regards to choices and decisions that are being made. There's a little bit of hope and a little bit of luck here. I asked why. I got the key, the letter, the fox, scythe, book, storks, and mice. An important document or an important record, that's false. It's manipulated. And she kept it out. That report was not reported, and it's being kept secret. It has to do around pregnancies that were stolen. Here, pregnancies, stealing, taking away, mice. And there's important news and important revelations that are coming in from overseas. A visitor from afar, news about something far away and distant. News about a trip also. So
sounds like Haiti.
And then if I mirror these, I get something important here in regards to a decision or a cut. And then there's anxiety, worry, and stealing. Let me see. There's, hold on. How did this go? 1 second. Here's the impeachment and the change. So the mirrors, on the mirrors, letter, scythe, and storks, this would be your impeachment. And then there's the change. Someone moves. This is a move, a change, an improvement, a pregnancy. Someone moves because there's evidence of something. Oops, sorry. Sorry, my camera almost fell. Evidence of some fraud or manipulation that was kept secret that had to do with thievery here. So I hope that makes sense. And that news comes in from afar, far away. So we'll have to wait and see. I don't know how far down the road this would be. Huh?
Did you get the cross?
I didn't get the cross, no. So I don't know how far down the road, if it's years or, oh no.
Well, Judge Emmett Sullivan had a busy day Friday and had a wonderful day. It was awesome. If you haven't seen Glenn Kirshner's video on it, you guys need to watch that later. It was awesome. First, he ordered the Joy to come in to give a progress report on the sorting machines at the post office. And
on Friday. Yeah,
on Friday, and put out the written mandate that yes, you will replace all the sorting machines. And then in the Flynn case, he asked the DOJ to confirm certified if they had tampered or changed anything in the documents on the Flynn case, in particular, going back to Andrew McCabe and Peter Strzok's documents, there were meeting dates that were changed. So now they have to either admit, yes, we changed it, like, oh, oops, why? Or, they're going to be looking at up to 20 years for tampering with evidence.
They inadvertently changed it.
How's it going to go for Barr and the Department of Justice? Because Emmett Sullivan has got their number. Judge Emmett Sullivan. I love him. He's the one that pointed at the flag and said, everything you did goes against that.
If Flynn is lucky, there are some sort of checks and balances because he said, why aren't you being charged for treason?
Well, maybe because they're changing documents. About meetings and stuff. How's this going to go for the Department of Justice and the prosecutors? Most of them quit that were on the Flynn case. They ran. When Barr tried to get them to dismiss the case, they wouldn't even do that. So the ones that are doing this now are pretty corrupt. Ooh, are they going to be sorry they did this?
Mm-hmm. They're going to regret it.
I get regrets all over this. right up to Barr on the bottom of the deck. What you getting, Becca?
I pulled a line of 9. I got thank you, Janet, the cross, the house, the stars, mice, child, garden, fish, man, and whip. There's regret. There is some serious regret for what he did. The way I asked it was, how is this going to work out for William Barr? He's regretting what he's doing for the administration. He's losing hope seriously, and he's under a lot of stress and anxiety. There's something here in particular around a new organization that had to do with money or financing or funding. He's going to have to argue. He's going to have to argue his case. It's not looking good for him at all. There's suffering and pain and punishment for him. I don't see him losing his license. I just see him having to stand and fight and argue, defend his case, but it's not looking good. What are you getting?
What are you getting, Johnny?
I did the runes too. This one's justice, this one's blocking. So trying to oppress, here the Othala is oppression, trying to oppress justice, that has been illuminated. Everything that would indicate, as far as the cards and the runes go, that would indicate that there is still something to be argued here, that is reversed or on its side or something of that nature. The security, the imbalance, all of the things that you could have to sort of stall this are all reversed. Like the gig is up. He has the answers. This is basically a perjury trap now. So you're going to come in, you're going to talk to me, you're going to tell me, justify to me why you took the voting machines out or the sorting machines out. Justify to me why you inadvertently altered information. And that's the part where
In evidence.
that they have now been caught, because this is around their security and their lies. Their security is gone now. And so now they have to go and justify. And I think somebody is going to lie. The town crier, the page of wands is also reversed. Somebody is going to go in, and because you kind of have to at this point, because they already have lied when they say they inadvertently altered the information. You cannot inadvertently alter information. So, yeah, it's over for somebody.
Another thing, William Barr thinks he's the smartest man in the room, shutting down cases, trying to do everything Trump tells him to do. That man has never prosecuted a case in his life. So good luck fighting up against the judge. That has all of it. Good luck.
This is all about Barr. This is karma, baby. This is, your fortune's changing. There's some big money involved in this. Barr's over here trying to hang on to the information, like doesn't want to reveal too much. There is definitely some big money involved, and there's a woman also that is a challenge for him. So I feel like there's a woman that's kind of telling on him. He's trying to absorb it all. He can't seem to absorb it all, but this changes everything. There is definitely some sort of quid pro quo bribery thing going on. It's like, we're going to let Flynn off, and it's because of this, because Flynn knows about something. The big regrets, big burden on Barr, getting an offer that he doesn't want because something is manipulated, and there is illumination all over it. Big problem.
Oh, Lord Jesus. Couldn't happen to a nicer guy. That's all I'll say.
Let's see. Oh, what does Trump feel about people like the Lincoln Project and the Republicans that are pro-Biden?
He's probably pro-Biden at this point. Just like, get me out of here, please. Oh, what a maroon.
What is it? Media's touch or Midas touch or something is another one that Republicans against Trump.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think the Midas touch is ran more by progressives. So we want to know about the Lincoln Project and also Republicans against Trump.
Yeah.
So there's heartbreak, betrayal. They're sort of ganging up against him. This is one of those odd occurrences to where there's actually people in the Three of Swords card. It's like two people against the one, so he feels betrayed. He feels outnumbered. And mind you, he gets this way. This is why they send him to the pep rallies. That way his spirits are lifted. He does feel as though they're lying against him here with the Devil card and the Ace of Swords. And then there's the Hermit and the Six of Swords. He does feel isolated, kind of like he's being pushed out and been pushed along, that they're not really on his side. There is Hagalos and Urus. This is destruction to his masculinity or his image or his strength or his whatever. So he feels wounded that they're against him.
Has he ever said anything about the Lincoln Project?
Not that I've heard in a speech.
Because I get for the Lincoln Project, I pulled 3 to see how he feels about it. I got the anchor, the birds, and the fox. They are persistent in their messaging about what they're saying about him being a fraud and a con. He feels trapped. This is a trap. He feels trapped, like he can't say anything because they got his number for the Lincoln Project. If anything, he may try to talk and manipulate his way out of it because he thinks he's smart, but ultimately he feels trapped here. For Republicans against Trump, he's crapping his pants on the verge of a nervous breakdown, because here's something that is flighty, not very committed, kind of foo-foo-y, go with the wind. Here's nervousness and anxiety, and here's your breakdown. I would say that the Republicans against Trump give him more of a, oh crap, I'm going to crap my pants sort of thing, than the Lincoln Project. The Lincoln Project, he just feels like they have him trapped, and he may be able to feel like he's smart and weasel out of it. These people give him heartburn and a nervous breakdown. That's what I'm getting.
Yeah. He feels like they're tarnishing his image. He watches them and he thinks they're passing judgment on him. They are coming in with a plan and it makes him very anxious. But they stick to their plan. He thinks they manipulate the truth about him. And that everything that they're spreading and the fake news leaves him having to defend himself. He feels bullied. He feels victimized.
What a whiny little.
He feels victimized. We do not have time to read on every state and every election and but I wanted to look at a few key states. Let's start with Biden. Will he win Florida? We're going to look at just some of the key states that have big electoral college votes. Florida going blue.
I get celebration for a new leader for Florida. Let's see what this is.
I get there's some meddling going on in Florida. Something hidden. He's defending himself. I get, yes, he's the victor, and then I get he gets stabbed in the back.
For Florida, I'm getting that there's something here in the public and the network and the community. This could be the Republican Party. It's just a large body of people that are chitter-chattering, and there's something going on here, and that's not being told. I asked if he would win. I got it. Yes, so these are all neutral cards. This is just telling me that there's a lot of stuff going on in that community that you don't know about, that's being kept in the shadows or quiet. I get that he wins, but that's all that I pulled. So it may be like you said, Jenny, he wins and then they do some shady stuff and keep it quiet and like, oops, we just happened to lose 35,000 votes.
Yeah, it's like he is the winner, but something shady is going on there. So what about Texas? Biden win Texas? Somebody needs to go down to Florida and just clean out that whole state.
The Satan guy Lori's always talking about.
Or just get all the good people out and then let global warming do the rest.
Lori, we're going to get you out of there.
Lori, we're getting you out. Joe Biden.
Yeah, we're going to look at Pennsylvania next, Lori. Texas.
It's another hurricane heading to my old neck of the woods.
We were just talking about that. You got out there in the nick of time.
Texas, 8 of swords, 6 of swords, 6 of cups. That's a yes too. Trap transition. Well, actually, if I read them, this is stuck in the past. Let me do some more because he may not get Texas.
I'm getting for Joe. I'm getting that he's facing a permanent obstacle in Texas, like he's permanently blocked somehow.
Yeah, I get that nostalgia card too. There's some big money behind who they're putting in the White House. They've gotten their plans off the ground, and their commitment is to who's in the White House now. He's battle weary. But I get again like some new action coming up. Somebody's moving votes and he loses.
Well, remember I think it was the governor that ordered to have all the drop-off boxes taken out in Texas.
It's where you have one per county.
Like,
That's how
you know,
scared he was. That's how scared he was that he moved all the ballot boxes.
in the midterms, Texas and Florida were the two that, and Georgia showed the most meddling of any of the states I read on. It was crazy. What about Pennsylvania? Is Biden going to win Pennsylvania?
Three of Wands, Star, Four of Swords. I say yes on that one.
I say yes too. I got the victory card on the bottom, and then I get an ace, which is a yes card. He's gonna get Pennsylvania. What are you getting, Becca?
Yes, and there will be some fraud and manipulation that's going to be exposed as well. There's a community here that is doing some fraudulent, shady, crazy, nasty, creepy, sneaky stuff, but they get illuminated. Yes, he's successful there.
Yeah. How about Ohio? State.
Got this in the mail today, actually. Some little kids brought it by.
Oh, good for those little kids.
Well, I say little kids. They were like high school teenagers, but
Good for those little kids.
but it was nice to see them involved in carrying the right kind of stuff.
Yeah. Little kids came to my door trying to drop off some Trump stuff. I would nerf them. I would nerf them. Like, what's wrong with you, child?
Where's your mama?
Yeah, exactly.
Ooh, I got strength card on the bottom for Ohio.
Ohio.
Ooh, I think he gets Ohio. There's a lot of people that have been stuck quarantining because of the crown bug.
Uh-huh.
And so they're fed up. That's what I'm getting.
I'm getting a yes as well. Something that is official. So this could be the court or government in that community or in that state government or something gives them the commitment. Yes. So this could be the Electoral College for, because this is like an institution. Here is the community. So I would together, you could read this as Electoral College, and then there's the promise and the commitment there that's made. So yes.
So one more state, Michigan.
And then when they brought that to me, actually they brought it to the house. My brother got it. They brought it and asked for me. They like asked for my name.
Oh.
So I guess I'm on the, because I just got my registration card like 2 weeks ago.
Your voter registration.
Yes, and so they're bringing stuff around, I guess.
Which one are we looking at? Michigan, right?
Michigan, where we have the Democratic governor.
Joe Biden in Michigan.
Trump has done nothing for that state because they have a Democratic governor, other than had the Boogaloo boys go in there, try to kidnap her.
Y'all heard about what happened the other day too, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's going to take Michigan. He's secured the ballot there. Yeah, he's good. He's got luck there. Success. He reaches his goal.
Yeah, I get again the people that are he secures it because of the crown bug. There may be a little bit of a court fight over Michigan because I have the Hierophant, which could be the courts on the bottom, and might be a little bit of a court fight over it. But I do get that he gets it.
I got that too.
So, speaking of the Electoral College, Becca was mentioning our Republicans with the faithless electors. Are they instructing them to not give the votes to the popular vote winner?
Were the Republicans instructing delegates in the Electoral College to not do what, Jenny? To not
the faithless electors to not give the Electoral College votes to the popular vote winner. Thank you, Whimsy.
So I'm gonna ask, will the electoral votes go to the popular vote?
Mhm.
Ooh.
There's going to be a problem in some of the states.
Mm-hmm.
Republicans and betrayal. There's a big problem. Lying, deception, agreeing to transition the votes, shifting the votes around. It's a lie. It's a collaborative effort. Changing the votes to support their candidates.
To support spanking.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Whimsy, for the donation. What did you get, Johnny?
I get yes, it will go to the popular vote. There will be some problems with tallies and things of that nature with the votes, with the Two of Pentacles and the World card here, but it will stay with the popular vote winner with the Four of Pentacles. So it'll still be Joe, but you'll have this is why we keep going back and forth with the whole we won't know on election night type of thing. I still think you will know, but
Yeah.
you here.
We're going to know. It's just that Spanky's going to lose so bad that he's going to be fighting for every vote that he didn't want counted in the hopes that he's going to, it's going to be one of those situations.
Thank you, JR. I don't think it'll be a problem, across a lot of states. I just think there's going to be a couple of states where there's a problem with the Electoral College votes.
I'm getting that there is a serious ending and problems and lies and betrayal that this man is committing. There's one man here that has suffered a serious loss, or is about to suffer a serious loss, and there's betrayal and treason and just lying. And then I get manipulation to change something to favor someone here. So maybe like you were saying in some states, but I still see that he loses. He's done. Like
He's done. Thank you, Marie. So
what is his real outlook on the election? Does he really believe that he's going to lose? Like I keep saying, he's talking like he lost already.
Yeah. He cries about it every day.
Suburban women, why don't you like me? I need you to like me.
I want to read on that. Can we read on that real quick? Like, what is his outlook on the election? What is Trump's outlook on his election?
Does he think it'll get manipulated enough to help him?
What is Trump's outlook on his election?
I just keep hoping he has more super spreader events. More people out that can't vote.
And what's crazy is you taking all the cough and germs to your people.
Yeah.
You should probably like stop making them sick.
He could do more damage if he went to a Biden rally.
Yeah, I mean, you ain't like you went to Whole Foods and started coughing or nothing. You went to the MAGA hat rally and spreaded MAGA hat germs. Oh well, keep up the good work, I guess. Bad part is they come around us.
He's so screwed. He is so screwed. His outlook on his own elections, he knows he is kaput, dead, done. Change. What is changing? He's moving towards huge problems. A big, huge storm. There's your depression. His happiness is going to be done, and he's suffering here. This is sorrow, pain, suffering, regret. He has no hope. He knows he's done. Like he's like, this would be his chance to take an offer and be like, somebody pardon me for everything and let me get out and save face. But he's too stubborn. He's too stupid.
Yeah. Thank you, Tara and Laurie. What are you getting, Johnny?
I think this. I don't know if this is like it's a message or way of saying I heard what you said, and I'm going to repeat that exact same thing every time. Every time I say, "What does this mean for blank?" I get the death card. Every time. What does it mean for them? Dead. So major change, and there is a beginning to actions made. Thank you, Robin. Major change and action. Hierophant, 10 of Cups. There's your major change. This is my Democrat card. They're coming in. Joe Biden follows that, and then there's the America card here. Like, and then it ends in 5 of Wands and 7 of Swords and Sun and everything else that says that he's given up already. Like he's just waiting, basically.
Thank you, Christine. Yeah, I get completion end of a cycle on the bottom, like he already knows, but he's waiting for victory to come through the courts because that's his plan, to change the perspectives of everything. But he knows, like his friends and people across the aisle are talking about it's over. But he's hoping the courts will keep him strong.
Okay. I got one more question on that. Has anybody told him that it's over, or did he come up with this on his own? Like, are they preparing him? Hey, because remember, he's now saying that if Joe Biden wins, he's going to leave the country. So I think somebody might have told him, "Hey, you might want to leave the country."
I don't want him to leave. I want him in court. I don't want him to leave. In court, buddy. So has somebody told him that he's done?
That's over. Like, has somebody whispered in his ear and said, "Okay, Joe Biden's coming in, so we need to start working on Plan F."
He sees the polls, but he doesn't trust the polls because he was down in the polls in 2016 too. But
because there's some establishment people that you can't beat the establishment Democrat coming in right now. So you're going to lose this one. So let's now work on this next plan.
Someone thinks he's going to lose.
Oh, Jesus Christian. Thank you, Laura.
Yep. They've told him and he won't listen. Sun, T, and Cross. They've told him.
yeah,
Listening to the one guy that got him impeached already and taking his advice.
somebody, he's still focused on his money, and he's still focused on the votes too. But somebody shone a light on it. But the problem is his judgment is burdened. He can't accept it, and he's such a bully. They can't get him to move on from it. So he's looking at trying to shift votes and collaborating with people, and he's still watching and waiting. He thinks his plan is to have victory in the courts. Thank you, Connie. He wants victory in the courts. He thinks that will get him through.
But do you realize how dumb that is? He has yet to win one court battle he's taken to court since he's been president. He's lost every single one. His
I
track.
don't think he ever won a court battle, ever. He loses everything.
Yep.
I guess somebody told him, the devil, the Five of Swords. Not only did they tell him, that's also the same person who told him, like I said, maybe you want to leave the country too. So yeah, somebody did tell him you're going to lose. And maybe you should start working on contingency plans.
So once they put Amy COVID Barrett through tomorrow, will they look at the stimulus bill? Will Mitch move on from that? Thank you.
After they vote in Amy COVID Barrett.
Will they come to an agreement on a stimulus bill, or is Mnuchin just wasting Nancy's time? McConnell's not moving on anything.
No, they want something cut out and made smaller. It's too much. They want something removed from it. They want to remove something here and make it a permanent little bit here. Just a little bit of success. They want parts cut out. So that's what I'm doing.
There is a problem. Hearing the fear is the size of it. The Ten of Pentacles. It's like Becca said, it's the amount. Yeah, I think is going to be a lot of chatter. I don't think it goes far, at least not right now. So, I mean, ends in the strength, which is clarified by the sun. So there will be a stimulus, but I think it goes through a lot of this type of stuff here with the devil card first. It goes through a lot of self-serving, a lot of I want, because mind you, the talks fell apart because Mitch McConnell says that Nancy Pelosi was trying to change election laws. So I think she was attaching election laws in with the bill, and he was probably attaching Save the Hand Foundation in the bill. And so next thing you know, nobody gets nothing. So here we are.
Hi, Lucy.
Lucy's making a rare appearance. She hadn't been around lately. Yeah, I get. Ultimately, they'll be victorious with the stimulus check, but right now, Lucy, can I have some cards out from under you? There's a power play going on that is bringing it to an end for now. So, it's creating a lot of anxiety. They're fighting about it. They're fighting with the White House about it. There will be a new action taken eventually, but right now they are definitely trying to make something smaller in it.
Thank you, Cartoon Heart.
Lucy, are you hiding a card from me?
Every time I ask if we'll get a stimulus bill before the election, it's like no.
I think so.
So I asked again. I asked if they're going to get a stimulus bill in the mail before the election. It's like here's the elections. Once the election happens, then this thing gets delivered here, the aid. But it's like this comes first. The election comes first, and then the delivery comes in.
Now, I guess that way he looks better, but I didn't think it was going to happen.
I don't know why they're so concerned about the debt, because Joe's going to inherit it and he'll have to figure out the debt, as the Democrats always have to straighten out the debt from the Republicans. Mm-hmm. I don't know why they don't just put it through, because they know they're all going.
Because Mitch doesn't want to give it to the people. He wants to give it to the corporations and have the corporations give it to the people. And it's like, that's still not resolving the problem of the millions that their unemployment benefits expired.
Yeah.
Not to mention, they have money corporations already, and they're not giving it to us. So,
yep. No, they're investing it back into their stocks.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Sean. I forgot my question. Hang on. Oh. Mitch McConnell is really dropping in the polls. Is there a shift going on there? Does Amy stand a chance? Who's going to win that election? He is serious. Like, thank you, Jill. Like, they're within a point of each other, which is wild. Is there a chance for Amy McGrath? Yeah, I've always got Mitch wins.
I always do until now.
There's a major shift going on. There's been betrayal by Trump as well as Mitch, and there's a transition going on. They see the connection with overseas and Russia also. When they start counting up the ballots, I'm getting a woman secures it. And that's the first time I've ever gotten that a woman secures it. What are you getting, Becca?
I'm getting that he gets it because he's manipulated the areas to where people are blocked. Communities are blocked from being able to go. He's blocked communities, and there's commitment and a promise there. I get that she wins, but she's not allowed in because of the maps. There's something that changed in the maps. Do you see what I'm saying?
I guess that's the question we should be asking. Who gets sworn in January 3rd?
We didn't. What did you get, Johnie?
I got that he loses. I always get that he wins, though.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm getting. It's like he loses, but he wins by blocking the community, manipulating and blocking the community. In this reading, it just showed Amy winning, but there's a change in the maps that keeps her out. Do you see what I'm saying? So it's like, and if there's anybody that's the king of gerrymandering and voter suppression, it's that man. It's the turtle. Because nobody with like a 12% approval rating should have been in Congress for as long as he has.
Yeah.
There's no way. There's no way.
I'm going to ask it this way. I'm going to ask who's sworn in January 3rd, Amy or Mitch?
Does Mitch McConnell get sworn in January 3rd?
Lucy was sitting on my lover's card from 3 spreads ago. Somebody's going to contest it. Somebody's not going to accept the votes. Brings up a new action, having to sleep on it, recount. Patience, it's going to take a while. You know, I get Mitch loses because he's stuck in his old ways. I get Biden wins it because things are changing there. then I get that manipulation card. I don't know who's sworn in.
I'm getting, for him, I'm getting that there's manipulation around agreements or contracts, and those things, those promises get broken. But there's news of abundance coming in for him, and prosperity and independence. Donor. For her, I get that there's ballots that are missing or stolen, and they're lied about. Mail that is stolen and lied
I get
about.
tampering with the ballots too.
Mm-hmm. What are you getting, Johnie?
Same thing. She wins, but she's not there. There's a woman, and Three of Pentacles is here in the middle, and then for whatever reason, she still walks away.
He steals it from her. He steals it.
The justice is blocked. There is disaster here with Hagalos too. There is something deeper to it if you chose to look into it at all. I think it's I don't think she can beat the Mats. She can beat him because he's not popular, but she can't beat the Mats. She can't beat the she can't beat the machine that has kept him there all this time.
There's going to be legal fighting. There's going to be court fights, but it's like the mail is blocked. The mail is delayed. Ballots are missing. They're not being shown. They're secret in an institution, and then there's court fighting. There's a contention, but it's like I see him not winning and he doesn't take his promise seriously, but he still gets in through manipulating maps. She wins, but there's ballots and mail that is missing. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, like somebody's stealing the votes, hiding them or something.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we'll see. We can.
Let's look at
This isn't set in stone, so we can still try to manifest him out, or not manifest him out because we shouldn't, I guess, try to take somebody's job away. Then again, we can manifest something a little more positive to happen for the state of Kentucky, which is not him.
And for our Senate.
Yes.
So Becca strips Lindsey Graham neck and neck now with Jamie. Is Lindsay out? I might check in on those two. Those are my two nemesis guys that I like to check in on, see what's going on.
He's over there crying every chance he gets, begging for money, dancing for his dinner, and it's like, I want to know where all his money came from. It's coming from all over the country that hate you.
For those that came in late at the beginning, I did a candle manifesting ceremony to protect our election. So when I get done later, I'm going to do a candle to protect Kentucky's elections and see if that helps. So bring to light any corruption in the election and manifest protection around the votes.
And when y'all do it, speak it like it has already happened.
Lindsay G. Begging for money in the halls of Congress. How's he going to fare in the election now?
Thank you, April Showers.
Jamie Harrison is his opponent, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Jamie Harrison.
Well, this is interesting. I get Joe wins there in president. Lindsay's doing all kinds of sneaky stuff.
Oh,
kinds of Lindsay and the Republicans are trying to do all kinds of sneaky stuff there.
Jamie Harrison be sworn in.
I'm getting Lindsay's burdened. May have to move on. It's going to be a delay and confusion around that one too. Big time delay and confusion. I'm leaning towards Jamie on that one. What are you guys getting?
Me too.
I'm leaning towards Jamie as well. I'm getting that there's confusion around financing and funding for Graham that is being cut. Also, big problems around his power. And then there's a cut there. He gets cut. For Jamie Harrison, I'm getting that there's a lot of support and financing and business and independence behind him to go to government, and then he's new. Start of something new. So I asked, because both of these are neutral, the child and the tower. So it's saying that there's an abundance, a lot of prosperity and an independence for government that is new here. I asked if he would be sworn in. I got heart, which is yes. Let me ask about, what are you getting, Johnie?
I get for Lindsay that, well, the end, I'll go straight to the end. Here's my America card and then my 10 of swords. He looks like he's done. And then the runes, I got Yera, which is where we are now in the fall. And then I got oppression with Ophala. So he's done. I believe he's done.
He tied himself so closely to Trump after saying all those things about him and then turned into a bootlicker.
Were you looking at something else, Becca?
No, I'm just shuffling.
Okay. So what's going to be the focus of Biden and Harris's first 100 days in office? I mean, obviously, the crown bug, they got to get it under control. What's going to be their focus the first 100 days?
And he said that if he's elected, he sees nothing wrong with doing a federal mandate. Everybody, everywhere wears a mask. Right? You have no choice. Say no DeSantis or DeSatan, as Lori calls him. None of that business. Everybody, everywhere.
No,
I'm kind of feeling, after this 4 years, I'm kind of feeling like a 10-day party is going to go on.
First 100 days.
Even if we're all in quarantine, we'll be boogieing at home and celebrating.
Let's see.
It's interesting how she keeps coming up Queen of Wands now. Well, she's Queen of Swords.
I'm getting what's going on in the country, but I'm not getting as much as what Joe's focus is. I'm getting like changing to honesty and truth and transparency, changing to logical, right off the bat. Steady court cases, steady court cases going on. Bringing new jobs for those that are impoverished or stuck unemployed. So job creation.
I get there is a focus on reputation or rebuilding reputation here with Urus. This is about rebuilding things. And this one is also about prejudice, Othala. So they will also be dealing with the aftermath of the previous administration. Then there will also be something about the environment here with Ingwas. There will be, I know he was working with AOC and Bernie Sanders on some sort of environmental thing. But you will see on here a lot of Kamala in those first 100 days. I think she is going to be like Joe Biden will give you the feeling there's a grown-up in the room now, and people will kind of feel a little more at ease. And then Kamala, for her position, even though she has no say-so, as technically, she will be the one to sort of rally the troops. He will put the calm, and then she will go and do the firebrand stuff. I guess that's why she keeps coming up as a woman of action instead of the Queen of Swords. And then she gets the Nine of Wands. There's also going to be something about the debt here with the government and the Seven of Pentacles. So we're going to be talking about national debt, national debt, national debt. Page of Swords, Three of Wands, 10 of Wands, and Ace of Wands. There's also foreign relations. Not the ones that he needs to. I don't really want to say rebuild, because I think Trudeau and Macron and old girl in Germany, they know what they know what the gig is. Like this, I keep saying this, Trump is not a country, so they understand that when this fool is gone, then they can resume business as usual. Like, okay, you have gotten the crazy out the house, I can come in now. But this here is the relations that have broken down. The MBS and the Russia and the that and the this. There's going to be something about, we're going to hear a lot of South China Sea type talk and all that type of stuff. So it's going to be typical, I think. The COVID is here, so it's going to be typical, I think.
Yeah, changing the perspectives on the illness I'm getting also, and changing things that were cut or blocked. So putting back in things that were cut.
Mm-hmm. I am getting basically pretty much the same thing. On the top, we're seeing a continued problem within the community, within the country here, because of repetitive lying about something that is airborne here, and then some sort of alternative medication, whether that's the hydroxychloroquine or this thing is a joke, it's a lie, it doesn't exist, there's no pandemic, blah, blah, blah. Getting that in order. I'm also seeing here continued talks with people that we are in partnerships with that may had some difficulties here under this administration, and having continued discussions about making this partnership and alliances a bit more peaceful here. If I read the lilies as Saudi Arabia, there's going to be a very long period of uncertainty and perhaps uncertainty and a reevaluation of that issue or our relations with the Saudis. It's like you're going to keep them happy, but the relationship is like this. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's problems here as well, domestically, with people or groups or networks that make promises to stir up problems and be disruptive and be bullies, and that whole situation domestically here with those communities and those networks, whether they're meeting in chat rooms or having phone calls or on Twitter, that's going to come under some review as well, how to tackle that situation, because those communities, they rise. Does that make sense? And they start disrupting their areas, how to resolve that and bring peace. Because I see talking promises continued and being persistent about peace. Okay, but then you got these communities that are just a bunch of crazy liars that like to stir up problems and do a bunch of violence and that sort of stuff. That gets addressed as well. So those are the things that's a lot to tackle in the first 100 days.
Yeah.
You know?
So getting the tax thing straightened out so that they have the money to get rid of some of the debt. Get that on the books so they can start turning around the national debt. What's Trump going to be up to from now till election day? Is he going to have a relapse in his health, or is he going to continue to do rallies? Is he going to votes by having a relapse, or is he going to just get out there doing rally after rally till election day?
He better be trying to book his flight to get out of here.
So we're looking at Trump's health between now and election day?
Yeah, or what's Trump up to from now to election day?
What's Trump up to?
What's his strategy from now to election day? Got the card of chaos on the bottom, so.
A lot of crying. A lot of crying.
Spilt milk.
Mm-hmm.
I get a little drinking in private. Little crying.
I heard, there's not here. I heard hiding money. I get the 5 of Cups too. There's where that lot of crying, and the 10 of Swords is what crosses it. There's some loss that is happening, and he's very sad about it. There's some rejection in that too, as the person who stands and rejects the 2 cups that are behind it, or the 3 that have spilt over. The Page of Pentacles and the Chariot, this is where I got the hiding money from. Again, that's not what this says. This is what I heard. But there's some hiding money there. I don't doubt it, though, mind you.
I get that too. Shifting money around. I
get the Devil and the High Priestess right after that. So I'm pretty sure that's probably what's happening. But there's also they're going to try to do some sort of secret attack on Joe Biden here. Mm-hmm. There's October surprise type message that they want to put out. Yes,
shining a light on his opponent to create chaos.
Thank you, Joanne.
I get in politicking, rallies and politicking. That Johnny always calls this the politics card because it's just fighting and chaos. But yeah, shifting some money around. What are you getting, Becca?
I'm getting, well, right now, his strategy right here, central to the reading with the fox, how he's going to be smart and weasel his way out of it. He knows that he's hurting in court right here. This is the court. He's really, really hurting in the courts. His strategy is to get this spiritual, deeply religious woman in there to manipulate something in his favor, because guess what's over here? All of his business records, business contracts, business records, records for money. So we're looking at his taxes, partnerships here, but those things are fraudulent. There's fraud here. Fraud in the records that have to do with business and bank fraud, wire fraud, insurance fraud, all sorts of fraud, all the fraud's there. So he's hoping that if he's smart enough and he can get that deeply religious woman in first, she'll turn things around on his favor, because he's already kicking back the stuff to the Supreme Court for Cy Vance. So that's just one. He's got others he's wanting to take to the Supreme Court, and he's hoping that she'll get him out of it. Because it's all the business stuff that's on the line right now, and he's not winning in court. So there's that. That's what I'm getting. Not so much country as much as it is, oh crap, how do I stay out of jail? Like,
Yeah.
you know?
How do I get my judge on the court so I can stay out of jail?
Mm-hmm.
Get out of jail free card. So, final question.
Oh, Jenny, we had one more. I don't know if you want to do it though.
What's that?
Remember we were talking about having background checks moving forward.
Oh, yeah.
You want to do that one, or you want to save it till next
Yeah,
week?
no, let's do that one. Becca and I were talking about, and Johnie, before we went live, about if they did background checks on people before they're allowed to even run for office, especially for president, that would have cut Trump out right there, because he never would have passed a background check on him.
Mm-hmm.
So
will
how do we raise it?
Will laws be passed to enforce presidential nominees to successfully pass a background check for security clearances? Like the same clearances that we have to get for regular security clearances, will they be subjected? Which people that are already in the House and in the Senate have already had those background checks, you know, but like for new people coming in. So
yeah. So will they create a new law that even to run, you must pass a background check? That'd be one way to keep Don Jr. from running in 2024. That in jail.
and Ivanka and Jared and everybody else in the Trump clan and Tiffany, if she ever decides, if she's ever inspired to run for president. No.
Biden on the bottom. Gotta like that. So under Biden.
The Eight of Wands, Queen of Swords, Ace of Swords. So this would be the combination for new law or new, not a new law, but new arguments for court, like court cases, things of that nature. So it is brought up. Will it be successful? It's a whole nother thing, but it is brought up.
It's brought up as well. Here's a choice, a vote, a decision that needs to be made. Here's success. So if someone is wanting to run here literally with the writer running for the elections, the opportunity is there to bring this thing up for a vote about background checks.
Yeah, I get that too. Like that, all the thievery and sneakiness. The challenge is they don't want to be too bullying to people that are running. So there's a little bit of confusion around it, but they're looking at the practical approach and trying to break down to stop, the liars and stuff from doing this. I had to pull cards over here on the side because Lucy's in the way. I get that they do have a discussion about it, that new inspiration and trying to bring out their wisdom. And I get a support around it. There's quite a bit of support around it. So
you just wait till the Democrats get their hands on everything that they have not been allowed to get because they've been denied, and they see the mountain of criminality. They're going to have the right to push that for a vote. Like, I don't know about a constitutional amendment, but put it into law.
Yeah. But Johnie, do you have any questions before our final?
I did not. No.
Okay. So our final question, to end on a light note, Twitter. Will they kill Trump's Twitter account after he's not elected? And I'm not talking his presidential one. I'm talking his @real Donald Trump.
Well, they shut Trump down on Twitter. Well, look what flew out. The tweeting gets blocked.
Can't get any clearer than that.
That's how they find the problem. Yeah, that's how they resolve the problem, is just shut them up. Just shut them up.
Oh, yeah. Somebody moves into action, a little heartbreak there once he's lost. Yep, I get a yes on that.
Mm-hmm.
Once he's lost the election, they shut down his @real Donald Trump account. I'm not talking his presidential account. What are you getting, Johnie?
The runes say no. The cards say yes. The runes say it's part of as I always say, it's not a terms of service agreement, it's a terms of profit agreement. Can you make me some money? That's what this is. This is about money. This is business partnerships. The cards say that once he flies the coop, then he is shut down. There is something else there too about him actually possibly leaving. So
Yeah. Well, I think part of it too is because he gives out so much disinformation on the pandemic that they don't want to keep putting all that misinformation out there all the time. So
it goes to Parlor.
Yeah.
Stochastic terrorism on Twitter, and Lord forbid if his brain, because we all know he has a small brain, how many national securities he'll be tweeting all over the freaking internet. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, no, just calm down.
So next Sunday we're back on Becca's channel. Then we're Tuesday night on election night at 6 Eastern time. We're going to go live. We have guest readers coming in. I know Autumn from Black and Orange, and Adrian from Red Lentil, Lori from The Way of Positive Change, Ona from Ona's Tarot. We're just going to be full of surprises that night. I don't know how long anybody's going to stay, or if they're going to come and go, or get back and forth. But we'll be on probably for a good 4 or 5 hours that night, I'm sure.
To hang with you guys.
Yeah. Thank you so much for the super chats tonight. Thank you so much to the moderators for keeping control of all. I know the trolls are worse going into an election, so we appreciate you. Lucy did finally make an appearance. She hasn't come to a live stream. She always comes up afterwards. We go to the after show. I go pop popcorn. Lucy's on the table waiting for her popcorn.
Sweet little Lucy.
So you guys have a good night, and we will see you next weekend.
Bye.